Hi, everybody. So, being into artificial intelligence, data science, and everything behind it, I'm really into that as well when it comes to my social media pages and my YouTube content and everything like that. And then so I examine everything around that. And then what I notice with my YouTube content is that I have a very small viewership, but my very small viewership is more interested in what I have to say and think than anything else. And that's kind of the one topic that I've avoided the most with my YouTube content, to be very honest and frank. Like I try to stay away from that. Like I try to, and I do a lot of the generic type of content, and that does get kind of high viewership. Like it'll get viewership spikes for me high, like 100 views, but like it's not anything significant. So if that's going to be the case, then I figure that the best thing that I can do is actually give my thoughts and opinions, and that's kind of what I'm going to like gear more towards the content of this channel towards, and try to do that more as an approach going forward. And so that seems to be what people want. So. With that being said, let's dive into this as the kind of like first video that is exploring that particular subject. And then so for me, I want to start it with this particular subject, which is a subject that has been intriguing to me for a long time. And I'm going to go completely off the cuff with this. I have no script at all for this video going into it. But so the concept of like, does it matter if AI can outperform human beings when it comes to different tasks? And then so I'll date myself a little bit here, but so like I was in like middle school when Deep Blue beat IBM, like Deep Blue beat Kasparov in chess for the first time. It was like the very first time that like AI beat humans in chess, and like to me, it was like that stuck with me as a child, right? Because I was like really into like I like that. There was string theory got debunked around that time. There's a few things that like really stuck with me around that time scientifically, and that was one of them. And it kind of, especially the chess thing, stuck with me because I've been another like I've liked chess my entire life, but like until uh, it got to the point where like literally iPhone could be a grandmaster, and then I got to the point where it was like to me, what's the point of playing chess, right? Like I went through a long period of that, and I think a lot of people did, right? And then I think like now you're seeing a resurgence because there's been a period of people being able to think about that. Like the very first like thing that happens when that happens is ego destruction. You're just like, what's the point? Like, what's the point of chess if all like if an iPhone can beat all humans? And but then it becomes like, well, the point of chess is to like is the exercise of chess. Like I get a lot better, and my elo is better when I exercise in chess compared to when I don't. Like if I play a lot of chess, I can operate at like a 14 or a 1500 elo, and then if I go into chess without playing for years, I'll play at like a 7 or 800 elo, like, and I'll have to work my way back up, and then so it's that like exercising and going through all of that is the to me the what is the experience of chess at the end of the day, then not like the superiority of it, and then so at the end of the day you kind of have to start widening that to everything because it starts to become everything. If you want to stay on the line of chess for a long time, it was like, well, other games would be safe, but then once Go fell, like AlphaGo, then everything is going to fall from there, and then you're starting to see that already. Like it's already falling with Dota 2 and MOBAs, which to me are like the most intense. Like that's the biggest test that you could give an AI model would be MOBAs, and that's already falling. So no game is safe. Like there'll be no point where anyone will be able to play a game on Earth and then say that they're the best at that game, like, and no, like nothing else would be able to beat them on the planet, because that would be untrue. Because an AI, like your iPhone, will probably be able to beat them. And that's going to be true for anything basically pretty soon. And then so that's going to be like the reality that we face overall. And then so the question becomes then what happens as a result of that, right? And then so to me, it's pretty straightforward, and I've gone through it. You have ego destruction up front, which like okay, it sucks. Like, why go through anything then at that point? And then you go through that period of that. But then it's like ego destruction, and then like crawling out, right? Like it's having your reality crushed, and then from there, like figuring out some semblance of something to hold on to, and grasp from there, which is like the learning experience overall, and then also too like more than just like it's not just grasping at straws, like it's the fact that you start to increase your like fuller and deeper understanding and appreciation of what actually matters, like at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, what matters is not like raw calculable power, or skill in a particular game, right? Like or that particular skill set, or like the ability to take a singular task and do it more efficiently than anyone else. Like there's joy in the journey. There's other aspects outside of that one particular task that matter. Like that one particular task doesn't make up the entirety of the universe, right? And then so just like not focus, learning to like not focus on those things, and like to um, just take a step back is much more uh, like it's a better road to take at the end of the day. And then so I think like at the end of the day, if there's a like positive that I think that comes from this overall ego destruction, and what we'll see on a like higher level from that is I think kind of a return to me, like kind of just being like kind of like um, ultra like positive about it, but I think it's the way that it will go is that like people will be more positive than the status quo. Like I think the status quo is pretty negative in a lot of aspects, in a lot of ways. That there's a lot of like, and a lot of that is because of technology, right? And then so I think it's going to be interesting, and I think it is interesting in that way that like I think that at the end of all of this, at the end of the day, what we'll see is kind of a like technology being a like return and like kind of to like the nature and like those more natural thoughts and aspects, and ushering in kind of like uh, more of a deeper era on those lines, like on a larger scale. So I think that there's positive aspects that we can see definitively from all of this at the end of the day, past that ego destruction period. And I think that's the like the big thing, like right, like that's the big question mark, is how is that ego destruction period going to go? I don't know. Like I have no idea whatsoever. And that like that brings up like the kind of a big question to me that all of this raises as well is that like what is the nature of human, like what's the nature of it all, right? Like I think at the end of the day, the reason why like any of this matters, like why does it matter that like an AI model could even beat a human at chess, is because it starts to gnaw away at that question of what does it mean to be humans, like what is human nature, and then now we're at the point where that question has been severely gnawed away. And I think that's kind of the what we're facing and going through and with right now as a society, and why people are interested in these things. I think that if you're watching this video, and I'm making this video, that these are the questions that like people are asking. I'm asking it at least, so I think that other people are too. And I don't know the answer. I asked that, and I end this video with that question, and I don't know. I don't know. So if anyone has more insight into that particular question or any of these questions, I'd be happy to talk about these more in the comments. And if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. And I'll be making more videos still with aim around artificial intelligence and all things surrounding artificial intelligence and data science, because that's exactly what I'm immersed in all the time, but more so around my individual thoughts and not hiding them as much. So thank you very much.